everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing something different today, and I thought I'd try a little bit of an experiment using unicorn colours today from this little Piggy. They're pigments that I'm using today, and I'm going to mix them together in a plastic bag and actually pipe them into the coaster mold itself today. So I'm using Clearpox epoxy resin, which is a 2-to-1 ratio there, and you can see me pouring it into the cups there. Now mixing the first one. That one's called Lily Pad. So I'm going to put I think it's 1 good scoop in, because I've only got a small amount. I think I used about 80 mils, 80 to 90 mils here in this whole coaster. So giving it a really, really good mix. And those colours are absolutely amazing. And the next one is called Mermaid that I'm putting in here. And they're just stunning. What they do is they just send out a really big luster of colour, and they're very, very concentrated pigments. So they ended up looking quite amazing. And you can see the colours. I'm trying to get it right there, yeah. And you can see in the light how wonderful they actually are. This next one is called Fairy Floss. And it's really bright pink, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it just looks like fairy floss as well. So it's absolutely beautiful. I actually had to add another scoop to that one because it came out a little bit too transparent. I wanted to try and get a more opaque look out of it, so I just added another scoop. And as you can see, it's not quite sticking fully on the stick, so that's why I ended up putting another little pop stick scoop onto it there. But it turns out really nice and quite opaque in the colour as well. So that's really beautiful how it turned out. Just giving it a thorough stir. So I'm doing the voiceover today, of course, because I've got my PPE on. And, you know, if you're using resin, any type of resin whatsoever, yeah, please do pop your PPE gear on. And this next colour is called Nightfall, and that's just gorgeous. It's really rich in colour. It's absolutely beautiful. It has some really, really nice depth to it. And yeah, giving them all a good mix. Now I had to wait, so in this next process that you'll see after I've mixed them, I waited around about 50 minutes. So that's this epoxy, because it's a thin viscosity. And so, you know, to get it to a thicker consistency, I definitely had to wait, you know, quite a while. So there's a really big working time with the Clearpox, and I love it because it's an ultra clear, and it is quite, it's just wonderful. You hardly get any bubbles in there. The first colour that I used was Nightfall, then Mermaid, and now I'm going to the Lily Pad here and pouring them in. And you'll get to see the actual, the stages that I put them in, because I'm doing them twice. So I'm doing the, you know, putting 2 layers on, 2 layers, yeah, if you can call it that, into the plastic bag. And that's just a sandwich bag that I cut off, you know, those ones that you seal. I cut the top off of that, and then I just popped it into a separate bag. And now I'm tipping it in. So this is the second round going in here with the Nightfall colour. And they're really rich colours. So, and like I've mentioned before, they're just stunning. Absolutely stunning. I love those pigments. Pigment powders. And that's and the Mermaid one that I'm using there. Sorry about the hands if they get in the way. But I've used the Mermaid one in lots of projects, and I absolutely love it. It's got such a beautiful colour to it, and it shines and it shimmers, and they've all got shimmer in them, so they're absolutely beautiful. And you can see already in the cup there that you can see the layering that's coming up. That's why I left them for so long, so that they could thicken up, so that when I pipe it out, it has a thicker consistency, of course, so it doesn't run too much into each other. But in saying that, it was, I mean, this is all an experiment here, so in saying that, it did run into each other again, but it's not a drama. it turned out beautiful nonetheless. Getting as much as I can out, obviously. And you can see those colours already in the cup. They're just wonderful. Actually, it made me feel like when I had that finished, and this is a fairy floss colour, and when I had that finished and in the bag, I actually felt like letting it set in the bag because it was just so beautiful how it turned out. So it would probably make a really good pyramid, a resin pyramid. These colours together, they're just beautiful. So it's just a different way of doing the coaster here. And these are my new 4-piece agate. So agate coasters. I just wanted to use one of them just to try and give it a go. But there is no resin, no clear resin in the coaster itself. So there's nothing in there. And I do have a little bit of a funny coming up here. I mean, it's not much, but most of you would know if you ever used bags or anything like that and you go and cut them, and lo and behold, Murphy's Law, it'll go straight into your mould or something like that. So if you've ever had that problem before, let me know about it in the comments below. See, look at the stunning colours in the paper bag itself. So I'm going to cut it here, cut the end off here, and you can see it'll flick into the, of all things, it'll flick into the coaster itself. And there it goes. That'll be right. But anyway, you can see it's already pouring out. So it's really fluidy, but as thick as I could go. I probably left it, as thick as I could go. And in hindsight, I mean, I would have done it a little bit differently, but, it's all about giving things a go, isn't it? And look at the colours that are coming out. It is absolutely stunning. In the end, the middle part is ending up a little bit of mush, but, hey, like I said, it's a bit of an experiment here. But they turned out beautiful. Just doing a little bit of a clean up. But that was my first time using a bag, I've got to say, and doing it this way. So it was something different for me. I did notice that leaving it for a long period of time, I did stir it in between while I was waiting it to thicken up, that it did obviously get a lot of bubbles in there. But this is, I had to babysit it quite a bit with, torching it, because I actually knew that, doing alcohol, spraying alcohol, isopropyl alcohol on it just wouldn't get rid of all the bubbles. So it was a matter of, torching it quite a bit and just keeping your eye on it. So, but yeah, and here's the close-up of it. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And at the end, you'll see how it finally turned out as well, of course. I'll have some pictures at the end of there. And I just give it a whirl here. And I think, again, like I said, in hindsight, I probably would have done it a little bit differently next time around. Maybe not just poured the puddle into the middle in the end, rather just keep on going around in circles. I think I probably would have done it that way. But I thought I'd give this method a go and do something different with it too. So really enjoyed it, actually. And the colours are just stunning, absolutely stunning. So I'm demoulding it now. I left it for, now I think it was over, jeepers, it would have been near close to 24 hours, and just to demould it. So I was itching to demould it, but it turned out beautiful nonetheless. I'm really happy with that, and that's given me ideas too about to use that colour scheme, but obviously in a different way next time. Like I said, the centre turned out a bit mushy. That's not a huge problem, but I just think, I probably would do it a different style next time as well here. But it's beautiful nonetheless. The colours are amazing and they really, really pop. And it's very hard to get that type of colour just seeing it on a video. In real life, it's just amazing. So really happy how that turned out. Again, doing it a little bit differently. I've got some pictures here at the end. And as you can see. And thanks so much for watching, everyone. And please consider subscribing to my channel. It'll be really, really helpful. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.